Good morrow, everyone. I hope you're having a ripper of a day. If you are enjoying the series, be sure to leave a like or comment below. Welcome to another episode of Random Steam Games, a series where I test out and discuss games I've received randomly. On today's menu, Hyperdrive Massacre. Now, I know nothing about these games before I decide to boot them up. I want some aspect of surprise so I can generally describe my initial experience. And when you know it, it's another bloody multiplayer focused game. It does, however, allow for a single player though, which is something that is welcomed, especially after my time with Starcrossed. But this doesn't actually mean a great deal. I'll elaborate a little bit later on. For now, let's just soak up this amazing music for a few moments. Fuck me dead, that is some good shit. Honestly, if that doesn't make you want to watch an 80s action movie or create a montage of yourself angry dancing, I don't know what will. This is some great synthwave. Before we begin our journey together, a little about the developers. Hyperdrive Massacre was developed by 34 Big Things Studio, and this was their first title. An independent studio based in Italy, they've been steadily releasing games since 2015, although strangely, with 8 titles in their catalogue, 3 of them were released in 2015, and the remaining 5 in 2018. This is a studio that certainly has some genuine passion for game development, and quite honestly, I'd very much enjoy checking out each one of these games and experiencing their evolution as developers. Hyperdrive Massacre unfortunately doesn't have a critical rating on Metacritic, but wields a respectable user score of 7.7 out of 2 reviews. This is for the PC release. The Xbox One release, however, is sitting at a 73% critical rating. On Steam, out of 19 reviews, it's sitting on a positive rating, so it's not too bad. With all that out of the way, let's click play. First off, the options. Not much. A very detailed statistics menu. Outside of that, there's not much else to talk about, so let's just begin Massacre. Now, we have 6 modes to choose from. Deathmatch, Team Deathmatch, Death Race, Space Soccer, Last Man Standing, and Spong. Unfortunately, due to the multiplayer nature of the title, 2 of these modes are logged out to us. These are Spong and Space Soccer. The latter is unfortunate because the controls and the way the game feels would actually suit a fun little soccer game of sorts. It certainly doesn't do anything for the main focus of the title. Since I am playing solo, I decided to test out Death Race against the AI, and we come to our character selection screen, the first big issue. You have some really great looking character design, gritty, hand-drawn art, I like it. You have 8 characters to choose from, with an additional 8 characters being able to be unlocked, bringing the grand total to 16 different characters. Each character also has their own unique vehicle to match. Now you'll soon know why this is an issue, or rather it's more of a why moment. Before you can choose the appropriate number of stages for each round you play, 9 to choose from, with 4 of these being locked behind some set of rules or points. Also hand-drawn. Again, I love it. It shows some great love for the art of video games. We then choose how many AI-controlled opponents we wish to face and the difficulty of the AI. No easy here, but there is a normal, all the way up to remorseless. Since this footage was captured during my first playthrough, I just chose one opponent, the lovely hand-drawn stage to do battle on, and we begin. Now, we finally arrive at the issue of character selection. It means bugger all. All the cars look the same once you're in battle, with a simple color swap to help identify each player. The chosen vehicle, despite outward appearances in the selection screen, also means bugger all. There are no stats. The car with the cannon isn't a tanky character, nor does it use a cannon. The speedy car looks exactly and moves exactly the same as every other car, etc., etc., so on and so on. All cars are equal. You can gain power-ups when floating around the battlefield, but that's it. So then, why have a character selection screen at all? Why put the effort into drawing and designing 16 characters and the corresponding vehicles if it does nothing for gameplay? Small confession, the characters do achieve a minor effect for your play session. They change the end of round title sheet. That's it. It's just so strange. Considering that the different characters have no impact on gameplay, Why not just have 6 or so different cars to choose from? Cars that can be modified in some unique aspect, giving the player that personal attachment to the vehicle. Or save that, just have different cars already available with different colors. Having the character selection screen gives the impression that each character and vehicle are unique and can offer their own advantages and disadvantages to combat or gameplay. Imagine if Mortal Kombat gave you the choice of characters only for them to play exactly the same with the exact same moveset. The point I'm trying to make is, if the choice of character does not affect the way in which you play the game, nor the effect the gameplay itself, then the choice of playable character is meaningless and resulted in wasted effort and time. More recent games like Fall Guys or Among Us understood this and allowed the player to customize their character in unique ways. The way you allow your character to look does not affect gameplay because it doesn't have to. Any player progression would result in a balancing issue, but by allowing every player to change how they appear in-game, that then allows for a personal connection to the game. My thoughts regarding the inclusion of a character menu aside, as long as the game plays well and feels good, then all forgiven, right? And sadly, not this time. The game feels sticky. You use the right bumper to move forward, the left bumper to reverse. You have a shield, a basic attack, and some random aura that appears for reason unbeknownst to myself. You would think that a game like this would be better suited for faster gameplay, but instead you're floating around the arena, and to be honest, I firmly believe this is exactly where CD Projekt Red got their inspiration for the driving in Cyberpunk. I'm fucking sure of it. Alas, yes, sticky and floaty. It doesn't feel natural. Many of the deaths came from trying to turn around, only to have my little green car drift off and get hit from behind. Luckily, you respawn instantly and are given a brief period of invulnerability, but this doesn't help the game at all. You'll notice the footage in the background shows me losing again and again and again. Playing against one AI opponent is, now I'm not going to say it's impossible, but it's difficult. Very fucking difficult. The AI is always on you and never gives you a slightest bit of breathing room. I give a few other modes a try against a single opponent, and yeah, nothing really changes. One mode gives each player a set number of points. When you reach 0, you lose. The other mode is points-based game, where you collect bubbles of points before your opponent does. The longer the bubble remains uncollected, the more points you have or they have. With that out of the way, I come back to give the game a go against a full selection of AI opponents. A total of 4 players, including myself. Once again, my issues regarding character selection are made clear, but I've said enough about that. I get into a game and, wouldn't you know it, it's fun. It's really fun. I can only imagine how fun this game would be when playing against real human players. I play a few rounds on Deathmatch and some of the other modes until I realize no matter how fun it is or how much fun I'm having, I don't understand what the goal is, at least playing against an AI opponent. If I was to play against other people, there would at least be some sense of pride and accomplishment. In all seriousness, the moment I realized this one fact, regardless of how well I managed to play or if I won or how much fun I thought I was having, all that fun was sucked out. And just to hammer this home for myself, I decided to play against 4 opponents on Remorseless mode. Sit back and enjoy this train wreck for a tad. I'm not sure what the appeal of this game would be for a multiplayer scenario. No customization for players or rewarding gameplay. The one thing it does offer is racking up numbers in the statistics menu, as highlighted by this user on Steam. And now I'm not making fun of this player, I'm simply highlighting a reason for anyone to enjoy this game. This player has almost 25,000 matches, and at 3 minutes a match minimum, that equals 1,250 hours or roughly 53 days of playtime. And if that's how you have fun, more power to you, but not many people can say they'll be able to share in that fun with you. My final thoughts on the game are that it was simply the first stepping stones of a developer who has just started out in the industry, and for that, they did a decent job. But does that mean you should play it? No, certainly not, unless you have 3 friends willing to play with you and you have no other games available to you. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you want, and until next time, take care of yourselves. See ya.
Right, the shop is closed. Everybody get out.